So it turns out that science isn't queer enough. Yes, apparently science isn't quite queer enough. Yale, queer science class researches if facial recognition technology can tell if you're queer. Obsessions over gay penguins. Gay penguins. So Yale. Wow. So it seems like the Ivy Leagues are just trying to destroy themselves, right? I mean, if you're a foreign, I mean, at some point they're going to discredit themselves to the point where like they're not going to get all those foreign students anymore. It won't be prestigious, right? Like it'll actually be an impediment to you getting an elite position somewhere. If they see like Yale or Harvard, they're going to go, oh, so they learned a bunch of crazy bullshit. And also they were taught to be awful people and to actually hate the company that they're going to work for, right? Queer science. Queer science looks like nothing works anymore. Queer science looks like a plane falling out of the sky. Queer science. What is queer now anyway, right? So it's LGBTQ, blah blah blah. So they're all different things apparently. So queer isn't being gay anymore, I guess, or lesbian or what. So queer is the new. It's all the new stuff, I think, right? So it's like the non-binary, or if you just like throw a pink wig on your head or something, and now you're a woman, but maybe just for the afternoon. Maybe you're fluid or something, or any one of the infinite number of abstractions, gender abstractions. Queer. Ivy League students have the opportunity to learn the science behind being queer and whether or not science can be made queer. What does that mean? Exactly. Science made queer. The queering of science just simply means the only thing it can mean is that it's made dysfunctional and it doesn't work anymore. That's the only thing it could possibly mean, right? What else could it mean? Like it's not, more objective or more precise. It's the opposite of that, right? The left doesn't even believe in objective reality, right? So it means, I guess, queer. If it can be to make science queer means to make it not work. It means to ruin it, to make it dysfunctional. Introductory questions to gauge student interest featured in the course description include: can facial recognition technology really tell if you're queer? Well, the word queer itself is not even defined. Again, it's just one of an infinite number of abstractions. Just it's metaphysics, right? What is the name? Frog gender. So queer means you're frog gender or omnigender or gender fluid or something. Why is everyone so obsessed with gay penguins? So first off, nobody is obsessed with gay penguins, I guess, except the person teaching a course on people being obsessed with gay penguins. Nobody's obsessed with gay penguins. It's not a thing. And how did science come to be the right tool for defining and knowing sex, gender, and sexuality at all? So I guess what you're asking there. So they're saying, and how did science come to be the right tool for defining and knowing sex, gender, and sexuality at all? How did science come to be the right tool? So I guess in this case, we'd be talking about biology. How did biology come to be the right tool for defining and knowing sex and gender and sexuality at all? Geez, I don't know. Maybe because obviously, like we're animals, we're biological. Maybe because we're a sexually reproducing species, we're sexually dimorphic. Maybe that's why. How did science get to be the right tool for knowing what people are, for knowing about human biology? How did biology get to be the tool for that? Should we use alternate ways of knowing? That makes more sense, right? Let's use like that alternate ways of knowing. Let's use indigenous ways of knowing to figure it all out. Let's not use science. How did science get to be the right tool for building airplanes? Or how did science get to be like the right tool for, launching and employing satellite technology? How did science, shouldn't we be using alternate ways of knowing for that? Doesn't that make sense? How did science come to be the right tool for treating cancer? Science? I mean, that's colonialism, didn't you know? And aren't you obsessed with gay penguins? Everybody is. Yale. How did science come to be the right tool for defining and knowing sex, gender, and sexuality at all? Because I guess it's the only way you can know about those things. I guess. I mean, I guess you could. Why not mythology? How did science come to be the right tool for defining and knowing about sex and gender? Why aren't we using mythology? Everybody's retarded.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Yale went full retard. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening to the world? All right. Does it, maybe this links us to their, to the webpage for this. Let's see. Yale College Programs of Study. How does that history, well, for that matter, how did science come to be the right tool for defining and knowing sex, gender, and sexuality at all? How does that history influence our collective lives in the present? And what are some alternatives? Yeah, what are the alternatives exactly? What are the alternatives? Again, what was it? Mythology or lived experience? This is Yale. What an incredible waste of time. Let's see. This course gives students a background in the development of sex science, from evolutionary arguments that racialized sexual dimorphism. We're sexually reproducing species, you fucking Yale retards. Again, how much money, how much time, how much potential, human potential is wasted on this nonsense, this utterly ridiculous nonsense. You don't need to have gotten a degree from Yale to read this sentence and go, what the fuck is wrong with these people? This is dysfunction. This is woke dysfunction. This is a waste of time, money, and human potential. Maybe that's the point of it. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.